Hello everybody and welcome back to another Axis and Allies World War II RTS gameplay. Today we're going to be doing the Axis campaign mission, Invasion of Australia.
The Americans are no longer a threat in the Pacific, but will now neutralize the British forces in Australia. By taking their ports, we will guarantee a continued control of the region and scoff at their petty embargo.
Alright, so we start off here with 2 aircraft carriers and 2 battleships up in the top corner, as well as we have a Core HQ here with an airfield. And so this mission is basically going to be all airborne, airborne troops and bombers and aircraft to get in here and take these cities and defeat the enemies. Now there are several British bases throughout here, and unfortunately I do not remember the locations of all of them. I know there's one here, there's another one probably somewhere in here, and then a third one up here. I think there's only 3. And then as well as there are British battleships and carriers down over here, and they have bunkers on this island if I'm not mistaken. So we are going to go ahead and move these aircraft carriers down this way. Now the British also have several airfields throughout here, and they are going to be bombing our battleships, our aircraft carriers, and our base down here. I'm going to go ahead and move these 2 battleships down this way to go ahead and get our base set up here on this island, so we can start pushing into this city here. So there's one airfield, but a lot of this coastline is heavily defended with the anti-aircraft guns, so I don't want to quite go out and start bombing things just yet, because that's going to be a waste of money. I would like to try to get our base set up on land first. We'll get these battleships down here and clear out a few of these bunkers, making it a little bit easier for our troops to get in and get set up. I'm going to go ahead and get an infantry division over here on this island, so that when we deploy troops from our battleships, when they get into the city, they can go ahead and resupply. Actually, and I'm going to pull this aircraft carrier over here. We want to try to keep them all together so that way they can all support each other if they come under attack, which will happen. Let's go ahead and get this set up somewhere. And we'll go ahead and get an oil depot too. That'll get our funds started in a positive direction. If our truck can figure out how to get over there, it might just be better to set up over here. Maybe that'll work. Or not. This might be problematic. They might be too close to each other. But I don't really know where else it can set up, so. Where's our... This battleship is stuck over here. Get him down here. This one has destroyed the bunker, so we'll get him started on this one. and then we will go ahead and deploy our Corps HQ as well as some infantry onto this beach and start our assault. Can you get off the... There we go. So let's go ahead and get our Corps HQ here on the beach. Probably actually focus our fire on one of these bunkers that we're actually going to run into. Alright, so now these guys are going to start resupplying, and we can have them start working their way towards this airfield. And we're just going to keep getting bombed pretty heavily. And they're going to have troops coming in now. Hopefully our aircraft carrier can, our battleship can help out a little bit with that. There we go. Let's get them attached and start them resupplying. And then we'll get all these guys to go ahead and overrun this airfield. Alright, if a bomber comes, these guys are all going to be wiped out, so I'm going to have them fall back to resupply, and hopefully this regiment will be able to finish it off, and then we'll have this city pretty much under control. There we go. Now we'll get our much needed essential motor pool. And let's see. We're going to need to get some engineers over here so we can start building some anti-aircraft guns. And then we'll grab a couple supply depots as well. We can actually use our radar scan right here. And so this is where you can see they have one base that's right here, with their airfield being right by this clump of trees, and then the other airfield is right here in the middle of this kind of dirt path just outside the city. They have a core HQ here. They do not have one here. And then over here they have a battleship or aircraft, I think it's an aircraft carrier down here. And then they have stuff lined up down here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and grab these three and have them go down there to attack that and wipe that out. And then we'll go ahead and just, however you choose to go about it, but in some manner or fashion, you can see up here on the north end of the island there's nothing. There was just that one airfield on those ammo depots, but this is where their main base is located, and then they just have another airfield with some depots down here. So it's actually a relatively easy map in the sense of that there's not a bunch of enemies that you have to attack and take out, but it's just difficult starting position in with them having the basically 4 airfields, the 3 airfields, and then the aircraft carrier as well. If you don't know what you're doing, and you can get pretty easily overwhelmed with the bombers. Alright, so here we go. We are now in sight of one of the battleships. What is going on here? Why are they... Okay. It's fine. Those guys are attacking there. We'll get this set up here. So we do have these kind of mountain ranges, which are nice. They sort of protect us. We can funnel, if they try to attack us, you can funnel them in through one of these 2 areas. So that is nice. That when you set up on this northern end of the island, it's fairly easy to defend because of this mountain here. We'll pull them back and resupply them, because should a bomber come, we're going to lose them very quickly, especially with how grouped together they are. So we'll go ahead and get an anti-half-track regiment. Let's get our engineers. And we'll get one more. Just barely survived with one infantry left. Alright, so they did a nice job. They got that aircraft carrier all wiped out. Oh no, actually. There we go. So two anti-half-track regiments are going to be able to shut them down pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead and wipe out these beach defenses and get some troops down here, and then hopefully do kind of a double-pronged attack from the north and the south, and be able to take these guys out. Perfect, so now we're going to be able to, we distracted them down in the bottom with our infantry, and now we're going to be able to come in through the top here and do some good damage to their base up here. Alright, let's go ahead and split these guys up so they don't all die at the same time. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab our anti-tank mechanized here and get them down here to help out before we lose all of our infantry. Let's get these supply depots unpacked. So let's actually go ahead and grab one of our aircraft carriers. This will work, and we're just going to go ahead and scout this out and see what we got to deal with here. And we're going to go ahead and make our final push from both sides. Alright, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and just take this out. Just like that. That makes it a lot easier. And now we can just walk into the city and take it over. It's one airborne. Feels bad. Oh, they respawned to Core HQ up here. Okay. That's not going to last long at all. Alright, well, I don't know exactly what he was planning on doing, but it didn't work. So now we just got to chase down this one last truck, and I think that'll do it. Yeah, it's just those bunkers on the island and then this one up here, but those shouldn't count for troops. There we go. So just under 24 minutes, and that is the invasion of Australia. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like down below, leave a comment. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.